Right, evening YouTube, what are we in today? I thought I'd do a little video on this e46 330, which if you watch some of my videos you might have seen pop up. The latest one, the Nürburgring trip, that's what took this in. So this was a car I bought literally to try and learn how to drive. That was the main aim, to modify as I went along. So the idea was to buy something that resembled the other cars that I've got, so the M3, the e82, etc., the e46. Because I don't claim to be a good driver, and I know I'm not. I've proved myself on that on many occasions. Hence, hence why I bought this. So, bought this car because I want something cheap, something that drove and felt very similar to my others, something I wasn't too precious about, something I could modify to improve a little bit, that wasn't going to cost the earth. And even though BMWs now are just, especially the old ones, are just skyrocketing, I've managed to pick this one up at quite a good price. So it's a 2003 330 CI, so it's a coupe version. It's 3 litre petrol, so bulletproof engine. It has got 87 on, which is good for a 2003 car. Last owner's had it for 7 years, full service history. Credit to the guy and the lady who owned it before. They've done a really good job of looking after this. And it's a mint little car. It's proving very well. So I've owned this about 6 months. I've done 3 track days, 1 Nürburgring trip, and used it just to drive round. But like I say, going back, the intention was do track day, modify one thing at a time so I can see the improvement and I can see how I can get better at driving. So that's what I've done. First track day, bog standard, even though this isn't the M Sport version. It was like a boat. And I think I mentioned that in the Cadwell trip. Then I put some coilovers on it, just some cheap budget ones, some semi-slick tyres. I redid all the brakes and all that side to make sure everything was running, serviced it obviously, then we put seats in. But yeah, let me get out of the car, stop waffling on, show you around the car, I'll talk you through the things that I've done, and then we'll talk about stuff I'm going to do in the future after each track day. So right, let's have a look outside. And there it is. So pretty tidy motor. There's a couple little tiny scratches, but what do you expect for a 2003 BMW which has been used as somebody's daily? So let me start first. What did we do? These weren't the original wheels, so I took them off because they're a bit crusty and they were just like the 17s. So put some staggered offset tyres on, went for some Yokohamas, so went for some semi-slicks. The AD08, which fantastic tyre, not very good in the rain, as found out at Nürburgring when we had a bit of a slidey. So with the first thing, like I say, refresh the brakes. Then I put some max peding rods on. Let's see if I can show you. Let's pop the bonnet. And to be fair, even though they're a budget, let's get open. Even though they're a budget set of coilovers, they feel fine. I mean, I've got nothing to compare them to, but they're fully adjustable, so great. You can increase and decrease the sort of compression to stiffen them up a little bit, which does make a big difference. So they went on after the first track day at Brighton. Just fit, refitted, standard disc and pads. Went for some decent, Brembo ones. So they weren't cheap, but they weren't expensive. Again, they seem fine. I mean, the brakes on this are pretty good, to be fair. So other than that, so put the seat, and you can see my little booster seat, because even though these are a good set of seats and they weren't cheap, the padding on the sort of bum bit isn't the best. So when I did a few long trips in I thought I'm gonna have to make myself a little cushion. That's great, isn't it? Other than that, I've put a set of M Sport skirts on. I've got an M Sport bumper on, not for any reason, just because it looks better. Because that's a bit. No, it's not the best, but to be fair, the M Sport bumper does have a bigger opening there, so it does allow more airflow, and it allows better airflow to the ducts that go to the brakes. So let's go around the side, shut the bonnet. And one thing I'm going to do, steering wheel I'm afraid is going to have to go, as nice as it is. It's just too slippy when you get sweaty palms when I'm papping myself. So steering wheel's going to come out. I've got an OMP sort of suede one, half decent one, so that'll go on. And then I'm going to go short shift because there's a little bit of play in that, so I'll do that. I may as well refresh all the bushes and stuff. But other than that, oh, and I got the world's worst cup holder, because you've got to have a coffee on the way to a track day, ain't you? Which, yeah, doesn't fit. Well, just doesn't fit. And yeah, what do you get for £13 poster from China? All the interior is still in, so it's still got the helmets in from track day. I've not really touched anything there. Everything in the boots. Oh no, actually, let's show you. If you can see, I can't get it up, but under there is a dead weight battery. So the standard battery is 17 kilograms as opposed to 3.5, and I didn't buy that battery for this car, but you know, great mods. So I thought, well, we went to Nürburgring, we'll stick it in. Future mods, what am I going to do? So like I said, bumpers going on just to make it look a bit sport. I'm going to try and get a rear one. I'd love to get a Club Sport spoiler. I don't want a big stupid wang on the back, but I do want something just to try and help push the back on. I am going to, I think, the next mod, because I don't know, I want to put cage in it. I think I'm only going to go half cage, because I don't want to go, I want to start chopping dashboard up and stuff like this, because I'm not going to be doing anything too mental in this, but I do want to make it safe. So I'm going to strip out the back seats, I think, half cage it, but I will do it tied, so I will carpet it all, and you can see I'll keep the carpeting, keep the panels in, I'll redo the sort of parcel shelf, I'll have all this open, I will put some, you know, make it look nice and tidy. I think I'm gonna gut the exhaust on the back, just because I can, just to make it sound a little bit better. And I'd love to stick a limited slip in the back, because I think that's just an essential mod. I did look at the M3 ones, but it's not a simple straight swap, so I'm going to look at trying to get an aftermarket LSD in the back, just because, you know, why would you not? But they're not cheap, so that'll come later down the line, probably after I've done a bit of weight saving. But other than that, it's a solid car. It's stiff, it handles fine. It's yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a bad looking car, even as it is now. It's a bonny looking motor. So now that we're getting to the wet season, I'll probably change the tyres and get some PS4s on it, because I just want to carry on doing some track days in the wet. But yeah, quick overview. Hope you like these videos. If you do or don't, leave me a comment, give me some shit, you know, I'm not going to start crying, I'm no snowflake. But yeah, that's it. I'll do a little bit of pano now, and we'll do some of that fancy YouTube crap that we all do. And I'll see you next time. Laters.